y'all, I'm excited to be back with you today to actually do a special request. I always love these videos because I want to be able to give you guys what you ask for. So, if you caught my last Sephora slash Ulta slash everybody beauty haul video, I mentioned that I had purchased the Fashion Fair SkinFlex Foundation stick back in September, and I decided earlier this year or late last year to go ahead and buy the fabulous Priming Serum and the Set It Loose powder to accompany that foundation. And It's My Life, Darlene, asked that I do a test or a review of all three of these products together. If you don't know It's My Life, Darlene, she is also a content creator just like me, and you should know her. She's a wonderful curator of lifestyle tips and a purveyor of sunshine. I just love her. Anyway, go and check out her channel. I'll drop a link to it below in the description bar. But anyway, we're going to test this primer and the foundation and powder today. It's about 11 o'clock. In my mind, it's the afternoon. It feels so late in the day. But anyway, I think it's 11 o'clock. And I am going to apply these products. I'm doing the serum now. And come back later on in the day to let you know how they wore, because I feel like that's the real litmus test of whether or not these products work. So this serum foundation, you are meant to put it on and just making sure I got everything. Put it on and wait about 15 seconds before you add the foundation or whatever other makeup you're going to wear. So it does feel very serum-like as expected, as opposed to a more silicone-based primer. When I think of that, I think kind of like the old school Smashbox photo finish primers that were very much silicone-y. It does kind of give you that sealed sensation, but without feeling heavy or like I've got a coating of something on my face. While I'm waiting on that to dry, I'll just encourage you, y'all. I've been rearranging things in my office, in my taping space, and trying to get everything right in here. And I've had to reshoot some things multiple times. But yet, we persist, and yet we persevere. So, if anybody's out there struggling to get some things right and just feeling like, oh man, everything is going wrong, just keep going. Just press on. Just press on. There's power in the press. So, speaking of things that are pressed, let's go for this foundation stick. And I need a mirror. Why did I sit down without a mirror? Okay, so I got my stick. I'm just gonna kind of hit the high points. I don't want like a terrible lot of coverage today. I'm okay with that, but it is the middle of the day on a weekday, and it's not like I'm going anywhere. I might go to Lowe's later, but yeah. One thing about this foundation stick, the last stick foundation I had was actually from Makeup Forever, and I actually liked that stick foundation. I didn't feel like the color was as good a match as it could have been, but I liked the formula because it was kind of full coverage and moisturizing. This foundation, on the other hand, to me has lighter coverage than what I expected. And that's not a bad thing. It just was kind of a surprise. And it has more of a cream to powder texture. If you want a full review on this, definitely check out the video I did on Fashion Fair. but it is going on quite smoothly over the primer without like any kind of drag or anything like that. I always miss my top lip, y'all. Always. Yeah, okay. I get my eyebrows threaded, right? Instead of having them waxed or shaved at the barbershop or something like that. And I haven't had it happen lately, but I used to hate when I would go get my eyebrows threaded and they would ask if I wanted my upper lip done. No, I don't want my upper lip done. If I wanted my upper lip done, I would have asked for it. Does anybody else get that question? Let me know down in the comments. Shoot. Anyway, so we got that on. Gonna use my NARS concealer. We were talking in the last video about how Fashion Fair does not have a true like standalone concealer in their lineup. They suggest that you get the foundation stick in another shade. The only thing about it, this foundation stick is like $38, so that is kind of expensive to be dropping on a whole extra shade of foundation. But I imagine with it being the exact same formula, you would get like a really, really great blend. So who knows, if it ever goes on sale, whether it be at Sephora or the actual fashionfair.com site, I might pick up the next shade down just to have that, even for maybe highlighting as well. So again, I'm not going for like full heavy nighttime type coverage here. And then I have my Set It loose powder. And it's like this. The only thing I don't like about it, it's one of those sifter top situations, which is fine. That's totally fine. But what happens is you have like a whole lot of powder in the top, and I don't want to dunk this brush in all of that. So I'm just going to try to pick up the remnant over here that's in the top and even knock some of that off. I like to like err on the side of less product and add and build up more than just go in with a whole lot. See, like that's a lot, and that's just the second dip of my brush in that. And if you're not careful, like sometimes it can get everywhere when it's this type of packaging. I've had several incidents with other powders. I'll name it, my Fenty powder that's kind of packaged the same way, where I'd be on a flight, and when I landed, because the top was kind of loose, my entire makeup bag was like filled with powder, or everything in it was covered with powder. So far it's kind of a nice even finish. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. And what I will do is go outside. It's a nice sunny day, and give you all a natural light test. If it's cold, I'll just find a window. But if it's tolerable, I'll actually go outside and let y'all see what this foundation and primer and powder combination actually look like in real life. And then I'll come back later and let y'all know how we did. Okay, y'all, so this is the natural light test on this Fashion Fair primer, foundation, and the powder. Yeah, so from what I can tell, it looks pretty good. Now granted, my skin is wigging out, no pun intended. I mentioned in another video that my skin kind of tells me when my hair needs to be washed, and it hadn't been washed in 2 weeks before yesterday. But anyway, even with probably some texture from my actual face, it seems to look decent. So we'll see how it does the rest of the day in terms of wearability. I got some places to go, so we'll have a mass test and everything to see what it does, and we'll go from there. Hey y'all, this is something like 8 hours later. I think it's 8 or 9 hours later. And just looking at it, of course, I did wear a mask today when I ran out for lunch, but I don't see much degradation, even not just from the rubbing of the mask, but from the condensation of me breathing inside of it. It still looks fairly even across my nose and cheeks and around my forehead. I did use minimal setting spray. I almost didn't, just to not have any interference from a different product, but I had to shoot something else and it was a necessary evil. But even without that, I think it would have performed just about the same. So I'm not mad at the combination between the primer, the setting spray, and the Fashion Fair Flex Foundation stick. Y'all let me know what you all think and tell me what your favorite foundation, primer, powder combinations are, or any variation of those. I'm curious to know, and who knows, I might try some of them for myself. So until next time, do what you love what you do, and keep on at it. And I'll see you on the next one.